Esteemed royal biographer Tom Bower reacts now to Prince Harry's historic appearance in the High Court today. And it was always going to be difficult for Harry, who believes in feelings over facts, coming up against the Mirror's hardened Casey Andrew Green. And much of the evidence certainly wasn't pretty.
Are you suggesting that journalists who wrote articles have blood on their hands?
Journalists and editors who've caused pain and upset.
But specifically these articles?
It's a broader statement.
But you're here to put a stop to this madness?
Yes.
Your complaint is about an alleged disagreement with your brother about meeting Paul Burrell. You refer to this as a private disagreement?
Yes.
Your brother wanted a meeting, but you were firmly against it.
The phrase two-faced shit may have come from a voicemail. That's how I've always seen him.
You think the journalist or somebody on her behalf hacked a doctor's phone? Are we not, Prince Harry, in the realms of total speculation? How can you be paranoid if you're not aware of the article?
I'm just speculating. I can't be sure of how much of it I read or which ones I didn't.
So Tom Bower, speculation, inconsistencies, and Paul Burrell on the show earlier responding to the attacks in court today, and in the witness statement by Prince Harry, has said actually lies as well.
Well, what is remarkable, as we predicted last week, Dan, is that Harry thought he was going to come in as Godzilla, the man to slaughter the English media and to actually bring the government to heel and all the rest of it. And in fact, he's like a lamb to slaughter. He's been absolutely trapped. Harry has been trapped by Hugh Grant, the hacked-off group, and all those who hate the British press. And what they've done is they've used Harry as their battering ram. But it's turning out, I think, to be a damp squid, because Harry hasn't got the intellect, he hasn't got the legal advice, he hasn't got the ability to actually shape his evidence to argue his own case. And he's been left dangling by the smear merchant David Sherborne, the lawyer, and by all those who are financing him. And in the end, he is going to find himself very, very embarrassed, in my view.
Now, you say his testimony was shocking and all over the place today. Why?
Well, one example would be that he actually claimed, there are two things. One is he claimed that King Charles had his phone hacked. Now, it's quite well known that Charles, his father, never had a mobile phone. That is one of the frolics of Charles's life. So he could.
One falsehood right there.
Right. And the other thing about the Hewitt story is this: about the father. There's no doubt that there was a question mark over Harry's fathership. There's no doubt, but it's not Hewitt. It's whether Diana had an affair after Prince William was born. Nobody knows. But there's no doubt that that was the rumour going round. But to say that he only became aware of it in 2014 is absolutely ridiculous at that age. He was quite a mature man by then. And so everything he said was pathetic. And it's pathetic because he's had no support. He hasn't had lawyers who seriously said to him, look at the evidence and challenge him. He's been led by these ridiculous headlines, all of which are shown to have been repeating of other journalists' stories previously, or by palace spokesmen.
But it's a deranged campaign now, isn't it? And do you even think he cares if he wins, or is this all just about him having a platform to try and topple the British Free Press?
Tom Bower is back, and he's not mincing words. In his latest takedown, Bower says Prince Harry isn't leading the charge against media corruption. He's being used as a battering ram, deployed by powerful elites to dismantle the British press. This isn't about phone hacking anymore. This is about power, control, and influence. And Harry, according to Bower, is too disillusioned to see it. Let's break this down. Bower's calling Harry a tool, not a strategist. Someone whose trauma and resentment are being weaponized by anti-media forces who want to weaken journalism in the UK. Whether it's lawsuits, privacy crusades, or massive settlements, Harry's actions look personal, but Bower says they're part of a coordinated campaign that goes way beyond the palace. Remember when Harry said the British media was bigoted, outdated, and harmful to his mental health? He's not wrong about some of that, but what Bower's pointing to is who benefits when the free press is crushed. It's not victims. It's billionaires, political players, and cultural ideologues who want to control the narrative. And they're using Harry's pain as a shield for their agenda. Think about it. Harry has gone from prince to plaintiff. He's suing newspapers, attacking publishers, demanding apologies. all while painting himself as a wounded hero. But Bauer argues this isn't justice. It's a vendetta fueled by advisors and PR teams who know that Harry's emotional story makes him a sympathetic spearhead for their war on the press. This is the real tragedy.
Oh, I think he thinks he's going to win. I think he's delusioned. I think he actually believes what Sherborne and all the other lawyers have said to him. He can win and doesn't realise how appalling it looks in the harsh light of reality in courtroom today that he could never answer a question properly. He couldn't advance his case. And that is what we anticipated. That is why the Mirror brought this case to court and didn't, like all the other cases, settle. Because that's so interesting. In the past, all these cases by Mirror Group or News International settled because it was cheaper. They got their money, they got an apology, and didn't have to face cross-examination. The Mirror decided they were going to fight Harry, and they were going to fight him because they thought they were going to win. And that is what Harry didn't realise. He's been led into the lion's den and is now being consumed. And he's going to find it very, very difficult to get out of it.
As ever with Harry, there's a lot of personal oversharing. One thing that struck a lot of people today, though, is that he actually got emotional in court when speaking about his ex-girlfriend, Chelsea Davy. Now, she was mentioned in his witness statement 118 times. His wife, Meghan, was mentioned just 5 times. He does seem to be talking about Chelsea a lot at the moment. Do you find that odd, or does he feel that she's the one who got away?
Well, she was the one who got away, there's no doubt. She was much better, probably much more fitting for him than Meghan, because she was an English girl from South Africa and all the rest of it, and it clearly was a passion of youth and fun. And she clearly was tormented by public attention. And there's no doubt that the media did hound her in a particularly nasty way because she was good-looking and was with a girlfriend and all the rest of it. But he's exaggerated it. He's exaggerated it because he can't cope with life. And, of course, Harry's got another big problem tonight. It just broke just before you came on air now, that in America, a court has ordered the US government to hand over the visa application that Harry made.
This is in the Heritage Foundation.
And that's brand new now. So that means they're going to see whether Harry said told the truth, whether he took drugs or not on the form. He might find that he can't get back to America.
So Harry could end up deported if he lied on his application. Good.
According to Bauer, Harry may not even see that he's being used. He's disillusioned, bitter, isolated from his family, and now surrounded by people who reinforce his paranoia instead of helping him heal. In that mindset, every headline is an attack, every journalist is an enemy, and every lawsuit feels like a victory even if the cost is public trust and press freedom. So here's the big question. Is Prince Harry truly leading a revolution against media corruption? Or is he just the frontman for something much darker? A war not against fake news but against free speech itself? Tom Bauer paints a disturbing picture of a lost prince being turned into a battering ram by those who don't care about Harry's healing. They just want his platform. Alright, what do you think? Is Prince Harry fighting for what's right, or being used by forces that want to silence the press? Let me know in the comments, hit like if you see through the spin, and subscribe for more no-nonsense royal commentary.